Yes, quite, yes. Oh! Hello there. Didn't see you. I was in my wonderful medical study, you see. Just kidding! We're back with another episode of Because Why. This week, we are actually doing our very first user-submitted question. That question coming from user Monkay Nanners. By the way, clutch name, bro. And they ask, why is it that cartoons see stars and birdies when they're dizzy? So to answer this question, we are gonna get medical! Yes! So, there are two main reasons why a cartoon would see birds or stars floating around their head, and that is either if they hit their heads really hard, or if they get dizzy and are fainting. So tackling the head hit scenario first, let's think about the brain as a whole. So your brain is very squishy, and it's inside of a structure of the skull that's very hard. Knowing that we humans are idiots and are prone to accidents, like hitting our heads all the time, we have a built-in system against this, which is that our entire cranial cavity is filled with cerebral spinal fluid. It's that fluid that really keeps us from doing any major damage to the brain when we lose our balance, or we bump our head on the counter when we're getting stuff, etc., etc. Next, we should talk about the part of the brain that controls vision, and with that, we're talking about the occipital lobe. The occipital lobe is actually located at the back of the brain, right here. When you hit the back of your head, say due to falling or getting hit there really hard with like a baseball or, I don't know, a club.
I don't know what you do with your life.
You're dealing with a high velocity impact, which kind of overrides that whole system I was talking about with the fluid. And you end up hitting that part of your brain really hard against your skull. So the third factor that we need to talk about is the retina. You have a retina in each of your eyes, and so what those two do is that they send light information to the occipital lobe to be interpreted. Think of them as kind of the little dudes on old-timey pirate ships who are up in the crow's nest. It's them who give a shout when there's something to see. What happens when you slam that part of your brain against the skull is that the retinas for a moment work backwards, which is that those little guys in the crow's nest shout, "Hey, check out off the port side!" But there's actually nothing there. So there's no information to actually interpret, so you get dark specks in your vision, or stars that kind of float around and stuff. Now the second scenario for why a cartoon character would see stars, which is more related to fainting, which is how Monkay Nanners found us in the first place, thanks to our fainting goat video, has to do with our old-timey pirate ship friend, the retina again. The retina's blood supply is understandably one of the smallest vessels in all of the body. The reason people faint is because their blood pressure drops really rapidly, and the brain pretty much goes into power-saving mode. Part of that power-saving mode means that anything that's not considered major gets a lot less blood than it actually needs. So one of the first things that gets kind of tossed overboard is that blood supply of new oxygenated blood to the retinas. This lack of oxygen caused by this cutoff causes the retinas to misfire. The misfire is why you then see flashes of light, which can look like stars or pixels, or just in general signal that something is going wrong. So there you have it. Thank you again, Monkay Nanners, for submitting a question. This has been so much fun to answer, and at this point, I want to open it up to anyone else who watches this channel. Please submit questions. We love it. We want to do more of this, and we need your help to do so. So if you have a question that you want Catherine and I to answer, please put it in the comment section below on any of our videos. Trust me, we're losers. We'll see it, and we can't wait to answer anything you got. But in the meantime, Catherine, our querying must continue, and so that is why this week, I would love for you to explain to me, why do cats enjoy catnip? Until next time, and thank you again, everybody, for watching. Bye!